Live on YouTube.
What? Why? What?
What?
You're going live on YouTube?
Yeah.
Just you?
Just me.
Why?
I'm live on YouTube
Why?
because I was curious. I wondered if anyone would watch. Hi, YouTube. Oh my God. Asterian's blood bag is here. So I'm doing a test. I probably look like shit. I probably sound like shit. That's fine. Skip to zip. What's up? So help me do a latency test. I want to know how long it takes for you to receive what I'm saying. So, someone type hello, like just hello. And then when you say hello in the chat, I'll go bam. So I want to know how long did it take for me to say bam after Asterian said hello? Like how long did it take for you to hear me saying a couple of seconds? We could test it again. Type hello again. Bam. So like five seconds. That's not too bad.
That's normal from what I,
So that means that YouTube has gotten better.
Oh, it has?
Yeah. Well, I'm doing this from my laptop through Wi-Fi, which I wouldn't even use. Hide. There's a live camera.
I don't like this.
Hide. I'm not doing anything like flashy or fun right now. I've got toilet paper. Here.
Hey, that's good toilet paper. Don't do that.
No. That has a higher purpose.
Oh, come on. Don't do that.
Why not?
Keep that in the car.
We have other toilet paper.
No, but that's thicker. We don't own that. That's thicker than what.
Oh, it's thicker.
Have.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you not?
Oh, it's precious.
It's just wasteful.
I've received word this is
just
precious.
Toying around on YouTube.
Well, people are saying I should go on YouTube to expand my audience.
Yeah, but you don't need to ruin my toilet paper to do it.
All right, this is cool. Hi, YouTube.
Who's there?
I'm in the YouTube. I'm in the tube.
Who's there?
I don't know. There's 3 people, it says.
You don't know who they are?
4 people.
You don't know who they are?
I know Skip to Zip and Astorian's blood bag. And there must be others. But so yeah, good to see ya. We've been streaming on Twitch for a long time, but you know, some say you should go on YouTube, and I'm not sure what would happen if I did it. You know, like would people watch on like? There's a part of me it's like, well, why would they watch me on YouTube when they could watch me on Twitch. Sunaheen? Well,
turn on the light and then they can see your face.
no, the camera on this computer is not good.
Roscoe's coming you.
What?
Roscoe's coming you.
Roscoe? Do you want to see a kitty?
It's the internet. They always want to see a kitty.
Hey, come here. Come on.
I'm not gonna get under that.
Yo, he is. Come here. Come here. Come here. He's like, Floofy. We're upstairs. Vocal boy, yeah. Yeah, I was checking my YouTubes, and then I thought I should check the old streamy tubes, see what happens. You know. Hi, Blue Boy. Yeah, and I've got a base there that shows up regularly, and like I found that when I've blue eggs or blue eggs, yeah, cool. That when I've gone to YouTube, we'll get like a few people kind of like this, where I mean it's fine, but it's just I didn't notice any kind of influx from YouTube itself, you know? Like I never got discovered by streaming on YouTube. So that was kind of like, well, what's the point if you have to bring the party, you know? But if I did it regularly, maybe it would change. I'm not sure. Yeah. I just figured like the people that could stream on YouTube probably already had audiences that were big. Unless they're doing some kind of like viral activity, like eating poop or no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That would get them kicked off of YouTube. But I, you know what I mean, like some kind of outrageous something or other, you know. So I don't know. I'm not gonna eat poop. I'm not gonna even talk about poop ever. Never. I would never do that. I'd never talk about feces. In my experience with those I mod for, they try doing both at the same time and end up ignoring one or the other. Skip to zip. That's exactly my logic. Because attention I take very seriously. Oh my God, Brian's here. What's up, Brian? I see your posts on Facebook sometimes, and I like them. I like your posts.
Brian who?
Brian Porth.
Oh.
Grandma's over there.
Not really.
Behind me.
No, I'm your wife.
I mean my wife. My wife. What's up? I think YouTube is supposed to make a new recommendation system to help small streamers get discovered. Well, cool. Hope they do it soon.
Good on that.
I can't mod more than one stream at once. Too much going on. Yeah, I mean, I mean, Tim Heidecker does YouTube primarily, but he had an audience. Like he's not building, he's retaining. Like he had a flippin' Adult Swim show for 15 years. I mean, like, he was on, like, he's just scooping up all the people that already knew about him, and I'm trying to find people. So it's been hard. I mean, it's slow, you know. Like I haven't had any
Oh my
like
gosh, come on.
breakout bust through moments where, oh my god, like even being on Tim Heidecker's show has been really cool, but it hasn't led to any, like I've gotten like literally like 10 new followers from doing it. I've been on his show like 12 times in the last like 2.5 years, and I've gotten like one follower per show, maybe. Like it's amazingly small. Like there's just uh I don't know. But I'm trying to like not get discouraged because everybody's got their own path and I have my own path, and what I'm doing is really weird, different. So it's going to be different. I shouldn't be bitter, I shouldn't be mad. I should just keep making stuff I like. But it is a battle sometimes. Jess could attest. I get a little bit bitter and sad sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I am honest with my streamers. I'm in Twitch chat. If you have live chatters in YouTube, good luck with that. Wait, I'm not sure what you mean. Bittersweet. Tell grandma she is cool too, obviously. Honestly, Tom, I would have viewers weigh in on the fun moments on your shows, clip them and post them here afterwards. Yeah, well, some do. Sometimes. Um, are you referencing my stream earlier today on Twitch? Like with the promotional stuff? Because yeah, like 2 years ago, I felt like there would be like 10 new clips per stream, and now I'm lucky if there's one. So it's not really a solid feedback system. But I'm kind of just bad at going back to. Don't really want to stare a 2-hour file in the eye. I'm like, I already lived this. I don't want to look at this. Yeah, but instead of trying to split your attention and make this kind of the greatest hits album, well, I like I said, I don't think there's enough feedback to make that easy unless I was like imploring the audience to clip everything. I mean, which I could do, I guess. I don't know. I could just be like, "Are you watching this? Are you on Twitch? Clip the shit out of this, because I need help. I need help, y'all. I'm a serial creative and entertainer, and I can't go back. I can't look at the VOD. Do you know how painful that is? Do you know how crazy that is for an improvisational person like me to go back and look at what I did? No, I'm looking at the future. I don't wanna look back. I'm looking at the future. It's all the past. Flip it. That's me censoring myself. Just flip the past. Um, Surely the bots and mods can do that for you. It's all the past. What year is it? Hi, Tom here, streaming from 2009. um, Maybe a dedicated viewer can edit videos for you. Yeah, Matt did that for a bit. Tall Pair did that for a bit, and then he got tired. There's a couple people that have done stuff for a bit and then they get tired because it doesn't do anything. I mean, it does some immediate like cool video stuff. 100 people watch it and then it's done. Like so. Um, that's kind of the vibe of spending hours and hours a day editing my content and then be like, cool, one viewer per or I mean maybe like or 5 viewers per hour work put into it, or something like that. It's just um maybe but it's okay to be flippant about it. I'm being totally flippant because this is just like a test. So I'm just gonna like totally be a little asshole. um because I'm not on Twitch. There's only 6 of you out there right now. I can just be a little asshole. Uh, we need a cartoon mess grandma AI powered guidance. Yes, I need to train models to know what my shit is. That's what I need to do. Um, I wonder how hard it would be to train a model locally because I have like 5 terabytes of content. I'm trying to think of like how hard would it be to train an AI just on my stuff to notice the patterns and decide what's cool. Because if I could figure that out, I mean, I should figure that out. Might even be more content than that. But anyways, where are the cartoons? I'm just in front of my laptop. Like I don't even have any of my stuff. I don't have anything right now. I don't have OBS. I don't have Flash. I don't have Duck. I'm naked. This is naked Tom. 2009. Damn it, I'm late for yoga class. I might try to do some simple editing. Lunar Spunk, do you have time on your hands? um, and yes, Brian, I have a TikTok and I tried a couple pushes and it would be like a thing where one video gets like 200 views, no comments. One video will get 30,000 views eventually. But lately it's been more the 200 style where the video goes nowhere, despite working on it all day, that kind of thing. So I don't know. And I just tried an AI auto clipping app called Opus. And sad to say, that system is designed for podcast bros. It's just designed for two people talking to each other about topical stuff. It looks for word combos. It recognizes a conversation and then gets all excited and goes, I know what you were talking about. Check out this clip. You guys were talking about being sick at a wedding. It's like, cool. You did it. You identified context. Um, no, my show's weird. AI is not ready for me. So, uh, yeah. So the Opus is not going to work for me. It just did a bunch of arbitrary clips and it was just like, you were talking about this, and it ignored all the art. It was just like didn't know how to tell we were doing like live drawings, and I don't know. It was weird. Um, it's for the future viewers. That little comment, Lunar, is profound because you're right. You're totally right. That's It's not about the immediate feedback. I get tricked into that and I get scared because like I'm like, "Oh god." Like I'm trying to like bust through and like go viral, which is kind of like becoming less. I mean, you can go viral, but really, like, am I going to go viral being like this weird cartoon guy? I don't think so. I had a couple moments on TikTok with some content where people were like, "Oh my god, he's doing it with his hands." But I don't know, it's led to a few connections, I guess, like people following me on Twitch and stuff, but yeah, like the content will live on, and I have a mountain of content, and if I figure out what to do with it, then it will be great. So I have time. And the internet's changing and audiences are changing and the whole thing's fluctuating, like as far as like how people feel when they see stuff. And the best scenario for my stuff is live. Like if you're there live and you know that it's live, that's the best. If you see the stuff after it's live, it's less visceral, but it's possible to appreciate it. And I'm trying to figure that out right now because like I got the show down. I know how to do that, but like packaging it for new people post live, I don't know how to do. Are you a genius? Do you want to help me? Anybody? Um, be a cloaca. Absolutely. I'll do some modeling for grandma. There are local AI you can run. Yeah, I mean, Matt, my mod has done some local AI on his systems for image stuff, but video seems like a whole other level, like processing wise. Like I'm a little nervous about that. It might take a lot more effort and processing power, but not sure how that would work. Not sure how expensive that would be. Um, Man, I'm gonna be your one man hype crew because you deserve way more. Thanks, Brian. Brian, do you hang out on Twitch? I mean, you found me like a long ass time ago during the pandemic. Like, are you still on Twitch or do you not really have time for it? Understandable if you don't, but something like Loco Llama, add some conspiracies to your TikToks. See, that's where I like struggle. I'm like, I could spice this up by being such a little troll, but I don't have it in me for real. Um, that AI program didn't quite understand Cartoonist Live now. Um, I mean, I don't throw away any stream. I've never deleted a stream because I was like, that wasn't good. I'm not gonna save that one. I save everything because I'm like, even the bad ones will be cool. I just lost some because of early days where I forgot to back it up because I would relied on Twitch storing it, but now I record everything locally and stuff, and have been for 4 years. Script some 60-second blurbs regarding random pop culture. Hate to say it, just don't hawk toi. What's hawk toi? There,
No,
what?
no,
What is that?
it's a bad reference.
That's a bad reference?
Yeah.
Jess is informing me of what you just said. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's a stupid conservative meme thing.
It's a conservative meme? Okay. I'm ignorant. I don't understand it. There are moments in every show I've watched where I wanted to show the world. From now on, maybe I should stop and clip things in the moment. Well, Skip is if you have the awareness to clip anything, please do. What I should do is start making a rhythm of calling out, shouting out people that clip that help me remember what the good stuff was. That would probably motivate people to clip more, huh? I mean, I've been kind of a bad dad when it comes to Twitch clips. Um, Duck Rocks, obviously, not a Twitch fan anymore. I work too much. Yeah, I understand, Brent. It's a hard thing to devote yourself to. Work, if you have a serious job, you can't just put Twitch on. But some people have the luxury of being able to, so that's cool. Grandma, say my name, say my name. Um, it's dumb and gross. The thing, the thing that Brian mentioned that he was just mentioning, hawk something. Ugh. Uh, you do lore sometimes? Well, thank you. I'm a little bad with like tracking with all like names on different platforms, but LMBO, what's LMBO? Let me buy oats. Lust more bear ogre. Little mellow butt offers. Sorry, I'm playing my word game. This is interesting just being on a stream without even having any bells or whistles. Zero bells or whistles, just a slight slur of the voice because I've had a couple drinks and I had Nashville hot chicken sandwich for dinner and it was really hot. It was really hot. All right, so OK Computer or Kid A? OK Computer was my first love. So yeah, Kid A definitely comes secondary. Um, yeah, if y'all got any questions, this is like the most like candid I'm gonna be because I got nothing to hide behind. I can't be like cut to duck right now. It's just silly little me. Oh, I wouldn't dare do Radiohead at karaoke. Jess handles that. She's the queen. She can actually sing. Are you there? She's asleep. Um, it's almost midnight. So one thing I'm already noticing about YouTube is that YouTube is kind of cool because like people are there or rely on it in ways that they don't rely on Twitch or Discord. Like because I could just stream on Discord like this, but those people on our Discord channel have to be there and want to tune in. But I'm kind of like, oh, this is cool. Uh, am I gonna get in trouble for saying the F word on the stream? or is that a monetization thing? Like, because I'm not making any money off YouTube. I have not reached the threshold, so fuck it. Like, I mean, is it really gonna hurt me to say the F word on here? I don't know. Demonetized. I've n- I've not made $1 from YouTube ever. Even though I used to have or I still have an account that I was making I was earning money and I never reached the payment threshold, and then they changed the system. And I had like AdSense or something, and I made like 30 bucks, but you had to make 50 to get paid. And then all of a sudden it was just like, your account starts over. Do you want to monetize? I'm like, what the fuck? I made like 40 or $30. Where does that go? Is that just evaporated? It doesn't matter, obviously, but it just pisses me off. I was never successful enough to even get a dollar from YouTube, even though I got thousands and thousands of views. But if you cuss in the first 2 minutes or something, hmm, well, I think I'm good there. You never pay attention to Discord. Well, I'm kind of with you. I check my Discord, but I don't pay attention to it enough. I run one. I run a what's the word? Channel. What's this? Tall Pair, what's up? Nice of you to come. I was testing YouTube because remember that guy Robert? He was like, "You should go on YouTube." And I was sitting here on my laptop and I'm like, "I should try YouTube and see if people show up." And there's like been between 6 and 12 people here. So it's kind of what I expected. Like I'm not being discovered by new people on YouTube, but it's partly because I'm not doing anything remarkable. I'm just talking honestly and candidly about things. And yeah, you're remarking. I mod for people who curse like sailors on stream so they can't be that strict. Yeah. We were just talking about monetization, tall pair, or I was, and how I've never been able to because I swore and I was like, oh no, is this gonna screw up my uh abilities? It's like no, because I didn't have any privileges before, you know. So you laid your head down to sleep, watch a boring 99 video. That was at the top of this is at the top of the recommended. Yeah, but you subscribed to me. So um so that's obvious. But I'm sorry that I'm keeping you awake because like I don't want to keep you awake. You should just go to nighty night. Go sleepy sleep. I could multi-stream. I just I like having one place to look at comments. I like because I already have a hard enough time paying attention to the comments that if I had to like look at like load up two streams, maybe I could there's things that aggregate it, right? Like I don't know. Um, Brian, aren't you are you, it's really late for you, right? I don't want to dox you or anything, but like isn't it really late for you? Seems like it's late for you. It's late for me. Well, cheers to you and your 2 a.m. It's midnight 04 here. I'm enjoying myself though. I'm enjoying myself with my guests here, my non-flashy stream setup. You're going to a wedding tomorrow, Lunar Spark Spunk? I was just at a wedding this past weekend for someone who's in this chat. Can you guess who? Um, Name off some media you've enjoyed lately. Oh no. I'm I'm a bad media boy. Like meaning I barely watch anything, but I have been looking at a lot of like news and New York Times and CNN and Facebook and X or Twitter. Uh, I got one. I watched a documentary about Gene Wilder like 2 nights ago or last night, um, and it was fantastic because turns out he was a great guy, and it was cool learning about his life. So I like learning about people's lives. Um, yeah, Gene Wilder documentary. I've been listening to a lot of Aphex Twin, which obviously isn't new, but I'm new to Aphex Twin. I heard bits and boops when I was younger, but I didn't really like get into Aphex Twin till recently, last like year or two. So there's that, and there's some new musicians. I can't think of their names right now. Been listening to. We just watched a really weird movie tonight that I didn't really like. It was a vampire movie from 2013 with I can't even remember what it's called. It was directed by Jim Jarmusch, but it had Tilda Swinton in it, and it was kind of it was. I liked the music. The score was cool, but I was kind of just like over it. I was just kind of like waiting for it to be over. Um, what have I been into? I'm really like slow with media. I don't adopt a lot unless I'm in love, and I'm kind of slow. And I watch movies mostly because Jess will be like, "Let's watch this movie." I'm like, "Okay." Um, uh, oh, I got something I can show you. Uh, so there's this store called Ballard Reuse, and they have donated stuff. And I found these paintings by this woman named Sue, and I got this one, and I love it. It's weird. It's weird. And I got this like a few weeks ago, and yeah, it's like kind of a funny texture, and it's this odd little building. And and then I went back to reuse. Yeah, we were there together that day, Tall Bear. And I went back and I found out they had a whole like box full of more of her work. Like the whole box was her work. She's still alive, I think, unless she died after her ex-husband died, because I saw that her ex-husband died last winter. But the obituary said that he was survived by his ex-wife Sue McCall. But man, I'm like I don't have room, but if I had infinite room, I'd buy that whole box. And it's not because I like every painting, it's because every painting feels specific and well, it's like it kind of feels like finding someone else who I relate with and seeing their work at the end of their life and being like, "Oh man, I like it, but they gave it up, because they didn't want to have it anymore." Like, and as an artist, you have to question, like, I'm doing this, but why? I mean, it takes up room. It's kind of annoying to like store art, especially if you work bigger. So it's like kind of becomes a burden in the end, even though you're inspired and you're doing your thing. And it's like if you don't find places where people cherish it, you just hoard it. And then it becomes like this pile. And then maybe when you die, people will like it more because it's a limited commodity. So that's fun. Um, and morbid. But that's not what I'm planning for. I'm planning for being inspired and making things that I love as long as I can. So what happens to them, I can't control. So, but I'm trying to be successful in the sense that I'm doing what I want to do. That's my barometer for success is being able to create works that I like because it's fun. And whether someone buys it or enjoys it, I don't know, is another issue, I guess. But and to be honest, like in Sue McCall's work, I see a struggle where she's testing out different modes and different styles, and they're not all successful. And she's selling her experiments. And I think that that's so bold because most artists would like destroy work like that. But I can tell, like, I mean, I know a bit about art. And I can tell when someone's like kind of like feeling something out and trying something out and it's a little vulnerable. Like she had some like nudes that were pretty vulnerable where I'm like, whoa, this looks like she hired someone to sit for her multiple times. Because these are not live nude sessions like at a school. These are vulnerable positions of the and then she would paint flowers. She would paint like just all this like different stuff. And like to just be like, I'm gonna give it all away. I think it sounds kind of like a cool move actually, because it's like there were no buyers, so she just let it be. I mean, it's being sold at this place, but for cheap. I mean, some of the paintings were like $15. The one I got was 40 or 50 or something. They're interesting paintings. Some are more loaded than others as far as like the weight, psychological weight when you look at them. There was some that are like, whoa, there's something going on here. Um, They're not really fun paintings, though. I mean, this one's not really fun. There's something just kind of weird and heavy, but like Beetlejuice quaint. I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? There's just something austere and strange about this building. I don't know. Um, uh, I'm catching up on comments. That's awesome. I was the same way with Dan Lacey. Was super bummed when I found out he passed. He did those weird hyper realistic semi-political paintings. It's not I'm not familiar, but I might if I looked it up, maybe I would recognize it. Here's a weird idea. Reach out to her, tell her that her work means something to you, then ask for a photo that Borb could paint. I mean, she does have a website, but it's hella old. Um, and I don't know if the email's active anymore, but I could try. I could just be like, "Hey, I found some of your paintings. Are you there?" Yeah, there is a charm to it, right? Um, oh my god. Um, well, what should I do? I should probably like not stream anymore. Anybody got any questions? You got any questions? Um, I'll probably go through. Um, I've been on for 47 minutes. Crazy. I got a little pumpkin beer. Night owl. All right. I think I'm gonna go. I'm running out of ideas. Are your 5 terabytes of videos backed up with a copy somewhere else? That's a lot of content art to keep in one basket. Um, I have a few things going on with that, but I don't want to spill the beans about it because it's sort of a privacy issue at this point. I just read about like um, someone who lost all of their stuff, or well, that's different. There's this animator I really respect, and he was on a flight to Korea, and when he landed, his entire crypto wallet was empty. So he like lost all of his money. I don't have crypto holdings, or at least not big ones. And I was just like, oh my God, the internet world is so bad. It's so sad. It's like if you talk about something, it's a target, you know. I mean, not to say I don't trust y'all, but I'm just saying, like, if you talk about like your backup systems or something, I don't know. It just shares the beans about something. It might be best to not share ever, but I'm trying to do my part to make sure my data lives on. um, but yeah, I've done a couple things to try to consider not having a catastrophic data loss because I've lost data a few times in my life and it's very painful. But I have a redundant setup, so we'll see. Um, But, you wonder, how long can society as a whole maintain their data? Because people just give up and they go, Google, just figure it out for me. Just get my whole computer. Just get it onto your server because I can't tell what's what anymore. That's like how it is for my dad. And I realized like the literacy is dropping on awareness of files and file systems, and I'm very aware of those things. And I'm really scared for the future where people are just like, cloud, take it, take everything. Cause I can't manage it. I can't manage it. Yeah, I heard about that. Um, the music video I've been working on a few days, but I'm not done. Like I haven't finished it. I'm still kind of like noodling with it, and I need to finish it because I got more music. I'm like making new music, and I'm still working on the video for the other thing. But that's part of the good mess, right? Like when you're just things pile on top of each other and you're trying to do too many things. Like when you get like, oh, I gotta make this. Like even though, oh, I gotta finish that, but I'm making this now. As long as you're like making new stuff, I guess it's good. The Internet Archive is currently offline. They've been having hacking issues. Yeah, I saw that. They're being sued. They're being hacked. Really scared for their setup. It seems like we're at a crossroads right now where there's forces that be that seem like they want to just like it almost, well, I don't know if it's agents of chaos or what, but or if there's a strategy involved or what, but I don't know if there's a strategy of like make everyone forget what it was like before. I don't know what the gain for the powers that be. Yeah, maybe it's just a target. It's like how you can like shoot up a fucking elementary school or a grocery store because it's just, like, why would it be heavily guarded? Because it's where people go. Like, I hate that. Like, that this is becoming a thing where it's like, let's attack this vulnerable thing that everyone uses. Won't that be so fun? It's like nihilist or something. I don't know. Um, it's like cool. You got some problems, and it's like I don't know, fun for some people. I don't get it. Uh, and it makes me angry. But how do you how do you fight that kind of weird dysfunctional self? Like, gotta come with kindness, I guess, because life is short. But I guess that may be their idea too. Life is short. I want to make a difference. It's funny. Yeah, it's like I want to make a difference. It's like you can make a big difference by being an asshole, but people will hate you. But I guess they don't care. I don't know. So Yeah, I like more laughter, more kindness. That's what I wanna do. The world needs more Borb, and people enjoy Borb, yeah. Sometimes it feels absurd to make art too, but it could never be as absurd as doing horrible things for fun. That's truly absurd, and I hate that. I mean, it's, unfathomable, to me, but, yeah, Borb can save the world one painting at a time. Yeah, well, Borb's getting going again, getting back on the Borb bandwagon, so stay tuned every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific time. I'm trying to stick to it because he had a big break from June to September, or yeah, something like that. Yeah, big break. Poor Borb, but he's still the same. Um, but oh, I'm sure he enjoyed his vacation. I'm sure. Yeah, he needed it. Um, Sometimes that is what the world needs for the good things to stay the same. Um, yeah, I um, yeah, I've had my doubts at times lately, and I've been struggling a little bit with like how do I keep motivated? It can be hard sometimes. I struggle, and it's like I didn't used to. I mean, I would sometimes struggle, but I feel like it got like a lot worse in the last like year, and I'm not sure why. It might be because I was just talking about it with Jess actually, like the when you don't feel useful, something starts to like gnaw me. Like, because, like, in the past, what would usually happen, I would be working on stuff for people. Like, I would be making money for a business, someone else that I'd get hired to do work, and I would always, like, try to break away to do my stuff, you know? Like, it was always like my stuff was the escape. But I've been out of regular demand of work for a while, like 2 years. About, and I feel like it's starting to affect me where I'm like, oh, I don't have resistance anymore. I used to like be distracted with, "Oh, I just gotta do this because you know I gotta do their thing, but then I'm gonna do my thing." But that fulfills a need in me, at least one that I was used to, of being useful, like where I'm not only being useful but I'm making money, and then I get to escape and do what I like. But for the last like 2 years, it's been all me, and it's just me. And then I start to feel like, "Oh, but it's just me, and I'm not useful because it's just me. I'm not doing anything for anyone else and checking that box of usefulness." I'm not saying it's rational or that it's right or true. I'm just saying that's what's been happening where I'm like kinda like spinning in the circle where I'm like always looking at what I'm doing and kind of questioning it instead of running towards it and going, "Oh, finally I get to do it," you know? It's just like, how freedom is scarier than being told what to do. Like, I mean, being told what to do sucks, but there's well, initially with freedom, you're like, "Yay!" But long-term freedom is hard because you have to maintain yourself, and only you can blame yourself if things aren't going great with focus, motivation. It's all on you. You don't have any reason to be like, screw that, I'm gonna go over here. It's like you have to be like, screw me to go to what? Where am I? What? Why isn't this easy? Why isn't it just a party all the time? You know, it's because it's not that simple. I don't know. Like, I don't have a real answer, but being laid off was restful at first, but I am cognizant that I have become completely uninterested in so many things, and it scares me a bit. Skip to zip. I just that one comment sounds very similar to some of my own thoughts. Um, maybe you'll settle on a different internal definition of usefulness. Well, YT Branken, that's a great comment because yeah, that's my hope. Um, yeah, internal versus external motivation can be tough. Yeah, like because yeah, I mean the gist is probably that I have flawed ideas of what success is. I think that's probably what the problem is. Because if you think success is always making someone else happy, then if I'm not making someone else happy, I'm scared. You know, even though I could be like, wait, but what if I was making sure I'm happy? You know, but that's not easy to switch to. Anytime I become disinterested in something, I'm not sure if I outgrew it or if it's depression. Yeah. Put your own oxygen mask on first before helping other. Yeah, that's wisdom. Well, Brian, I think that that makes total sense because there are both scenarios. Like sometimes you outgrow something because you're maturing as a person. Sometimes you're depressed because you're not living fully. I found depression mostly for me happens because I'm scared to live. And I have like a rule that I decide is the thing I must obey that's actually kind of stifling and not a flourishing overflow. Like we create rules to stay safe based off of trauma or just bad situations that taught us stupid lessons or whatever, but or even just thinking small, like thinking big is feels so dangerous sometimes, like because it's so preposterous to a skeptic, you know, and like sometimes you become more skeptical and you realize like Jess has been realizing like or noticing that I've been more negative as a person, and she said that when we've been together for almost 20 years and or 20 years ish, so she's seen me go from like an 19-year old to a 40-year-old, and like she says like I used to be like a naive, beautiful, hopeful, nothing could deter me person, and I'm kind of turning into a grump, and it's I'm trying to figure out whether well, I think I have been overly negative, and I think it takes discipline to train yourself to not appease because like negativity can be satisfying, and that's why there's trolls. But like it can feel really good to be negative because it feels like righteous indignation, kind of, like where you're just like, yeah, that's stupid. Ha, I'm right. They're wrong. And I think there's a balance where maybe there's a little bit of me that's more mature where I won't take bullshit I used to. And that's good because people could walk all over me if I didn't grow. But it can kind of go in overdrive too, where all of a sudden I'm like kind of just complaining about everything. And and then I have to kind of check that and be like, maybe I'm wrong, even though I'm right. It's a weird thing where it's like, maybe you're wrong even though you're right. Like, you could be right, but maybe you're losing by trying to be right. I don't know. You know what I mean? Back to comments. Um, Perhaps we needed to rediscover our naivety and childlike wonder. Oh, well, absolutely. Always, forever, round and round. That's the goal. But how is the question. I found most people from my city are cynical and it fuels my weird positivity. Well, cool. Brian, it sounds like you're a self-motivated agent of positivity. That's awesome. If you're negative and right, you're justified. If you're negative and wrong, you also win because you're pleasantly surprised. But it's an exception, not disproving your rule. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Um, yeah, it's like a foolproof plan, right? Like where you're just like, I don't have to be surprised, but if I am surprised, it's good. It's just, I don't know. It's like win-win. I feel good for being a troll, or oh my god, the good thing happened. That's so great. I don't know. But being an encourager of good things is important too. And yeah, I don't want to sour and twist up and turn into a twig. Um, but oh my god, I've been on here for an hour. It's a little YouTube time with Tom. Oh, one can say the opposite. Be positive, and if you turn out to be wrong, at least you didn't make yourself even more miserable along the way. Yeah, well, I had a grandfather. He died in '98 when I was like in middle school, but I remember learning a lesson from him that whenever he wanted to curse, he would say God bless it instead, which is a bit cheesy and unrealistic from a self-expression standpoint. Because like curses are like because I kind of see curses as like this vehicle for offloading energy. It's like a place to offload energy. Obviously, it can become a drug, you know, if you go overboard. I don't but I remember him saying, like, if he, like, is nailing something and he hits his finger, he goes, "Ah, God bless it." And, I mean, bless him for that. Mister Rogers style, total reversal of human nature. But, I don't know. I guess everyone has to find their own way. of doing that instead of brute forcing your brain to just be like, God bless it. Because like you could say God bless it with anger if you had to say it, right? You know, like if you were in a cult where you have to say certain things, your heart's lagging, behind. So you have to find a way of processing what's really going on behind there, which is when something bad happens, you want control because you're so bitter that things went unexpectedly. And but sometimes you can learn to see, oh, whenever things go really wrong like that, it's kind of funny. Like there's a little bit of a joke about it, even when things are really inconvenient. But it's hard to hang on to that little idea of like there could be humor in this. There will be humor in this in a week, but maybe I can like see a glimmer of it now if I have like a discipline about it. Maybe I could manifest some humor now. I don't know. Um, uh, as a kid, I wouldn't curse. I would literally mute myself. I would mouth the word perhaps, but no sound would come out. Then one day, a girl I had a crush on asked what the difference was. Yeah, I used to be really reserved about swearing too. Um, Even when I got married to Jess, she was a little more liberal with swearing, and I was kind of like, you know, you shouldn't be doing that. And it was like really like stifling and gross, and I regret it honestly because she was kind of like, oh, she was kind of jilted by it, like, oh my god, like I disappointed my husband, and I was just doing something I thought I should do, But now I'm the one that swears the most. I swear so much now. I'm and I don't I don't know. Is my conscience seared or am I just free? I don't know. Um, if a curse falls in the forest and no one's around here, does it make a sound? Grandma, too hot for TV. I heard grandma is the one that taught sailors how to curse. She's salty. Yeah. Oh shit. It's almost 1. I really should go. This is totally unexpected. I expected to just sit on the couch and watch YouTube, and now I'm on YouTube. Um, so I'm gonna go. I'm really gonna go momentarily. So next time I'm on here, I'll probably have Duck and do the normal spiel. Maybe I'll try to cultivate a YouTube presence too, because that would be cool. I'd like to do that if I could figure it out, and if I could figure out the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. Um, but yeah, we don't have any shortcuts here. I mean, our no commands. What happens if I chat? Hello, Cartoon Miss Life. Hello. Shop dot cartoon miss dot live. Is that a link? Oh, that's funny. That I made a link and it just goes to my YouTube channel. What? What if I do age? Can you do links? Oh, what? Okay, so you can do links. You just have to type the whole thing. I'm learning. I'm learning about YouTube. Um, Now you're on YouTube. You are what you watch. Classic episode. Thanks for having us. Lol, gonna pass out. Have a good night. Yeah, good night, Brian. This has been a good time. Take it easy, Tom. Yeah, thank you, YT, Brinken, uh, and Lunar Spark, Spunk. Sorry, I keep calling you Spark, but okay, here I go. There's no one to raid. We don't raid here, so I'm just gonna like disappear all of a sudden. Oh, it's oh my god, it's your skit kits, scat cats, lunar spunk. Oh my god, I feel so foolish. Anyways, Charity B. All right, here I go.